Hi, I have an extraordinary story to share with you. I woke up yesterday and I checked my messages and I had a client message from Sophie. Sophie asked me if I knew what the message was from her dream. She said she had a dream about me and that I came to her and I was telling her something, but she couldn't hear what I was saying, and asked did I know the message. And I thought about it and I said, no, I don't think so. Ask your higher self and maybe the message will come through during the day in another way. And so I went on about my day. I had previously purchased an oracle deck from a woman on Facebook, and she had another one for sale that I wanted. And so I messaged her and said I would come by today to pick up the deck, and did she have any others? And so she showed me a picture, and in the picture was a deck called The Power of Flowers by Ishna Lerner. And the art is stunning. It's so beautiful. And so I said, bring that out. I want to check it out. And so she brought it out and I flipped through the cards, and then I just flipped the book open, asking for the right page, of course, and for the right message for me at the time. And I flipped to the middle of one of the flower readings to a section called Archetype, Star Child. And I read the first paragraph there and I said, oh yeah, these are definitely for me. So I came home and I cleansed the deck, smudged it, blessed it, and then shuffled the deck. And the first card that came out was this card called the Shooting Star. And so I began to read. And it turns out that this is the same page that I had flipped to while I was there to check out the deck. So I'm going to read this to you. Shooting Star. The blessing. Shooting Star expands my role so I may truly unite with the memory of my star-bright soul and my mission of cosmic light. The plant signature. Shooting Star is a spring flower. Its pale green leaves and delicate basal rosettes cannot endure the summer heat. This rare plant is not adaptable to a great range of conditions. It can be found, if one is lucky, growing in meadows and other wild areas where the soil is rich and fertile and there is an abundance of water. Side note, I was on the phone with a woman named Meadow when I pulled up to get these cards. Okay, going on. Shooting star blossoms cluster on a leafless stem reaching as much as 2 feet in length. Color may vary according to the species, ranging from white to pink, lavender, or magenta. This beautiful little flower resembles a star or a comet zooming to Earth, hence its name. The seeds of this cosmic messenger are usually not available in nurseries, so it becomes necessary to acquire them from a seed specialist or from the wild plants themselves. Flower essence. As a flower elixir, Shooting Star is most beneficial to those who feel alienated from numerous aspects of earthly existence and suffer deeply for it. They may feel an inordinate connection to plant spirits and flower elementals and/or to extraterrestrial and galactical dimensions of reality. Many were the so-called black sheep of their families and report a decided lack of affinity with their familial roots. In fact, these individuals may think of themselves as a breed set apart, an alien species even, and indeed they are. Like the Shooting Star, they possess a highly sensitive disposition and thrive only in very refined environments. Shooting Star essence is a soothing remedy for these rare, precious souls, for it repatterns the soul force and reconnects them to their true cosmic origins. Once they have remembered their true identity, place of origin, and destiny, these weary wanderers are finally able to embrace earthly existence. As well as to offer their special gifts to the more earthbound beings in their midst. At last, their experiences in the human realm become fuel for their own evolution. As the daily spectacle of human confusion and suffering awakens their tender hearts to love and compassion, Shooting Star Remedy effectively assists in the process while simultaneously granting the intergalactic traveler permission to acknowledge and delight in his or her unique otherworldly assets. This can be a wonderful remedy for children who have had an especially traumatic birth and are mightily resisting their earthly incarnation. Many of these souls are in fact star beings seeking a way to usher in the unique flights of spirit they have carried with them from other worlds. All in all, Shooting Star is a potent elixir for curing alienation on all levels. And this is the part that I flip to. The archetype, the Star Child. A profound initiation of epic proportions is beginning to reveal itself upon the earth and within human awareness. The time has come for a monumental shift in consciousness to occur. Yet another veil of illusion will soon be lifted from the eyes of the world of humanity, and we'll collectively experience a multi-dimensional aspects of reality which are already in our midst but currently unseen. This planetary shift is of such magnitude that it will continue through the next 2,000 years. A new planetary archetype is being birthed as intelligent life forms from other galaxies and dimensions of reality have entered the Earth realm. This is not a new phenomenon, but one that is now widely visible and acknowledged. Astrological aspects, polar shifts, and a quickening of human consciousness all point to this new understanding. It appears that many new beings or star children are coming to Earth to assist in this process. These luminous beings possess a fierce individuality coupled with an undaunting strength of will and character. They are called to Earth at this time to be in service to humanity at a critical stage of human evolution. Their truest mission is to undo habitual patterns of human consciousness at the collective level, while dedicating their lives to building a new world in a wake of the old. Healing. Shooting Star reminds you that you have come to this planet carrying many special qualities and gifts, along with a unique mission and destiny. Have you felt an increasing sense of alienation? As you contemplate the coming changes, as well as the role you may play in ushering them in, do you fear that you will open yourself to ridicule, ostracism, scapegoating, or even martyrdom? Perhaps you have always known that you possess special virtues, and have ached for a time when such qualities could be unleashed, revealing the unique star that you truly are. In this card, a bouquet of shooting star flowers greets its new arrival on board a tiny shooting star ship. This newborn is in fact a fully conscious soul, choosing to enter Earth in service to the cosmic forces of love and light. Currently, there are many star children on Earth who have not yet remembered their true identities and reasons for being here. As more and more remember, however, they too will be recognized and greeted by kindred spirits. Are you remembering? Perhaps you are in the process of birthing a little being of light. It is indeed a privilege to be granted such an opportunity. Always remember, you can wish upon a star. The practical application. A large portion of humanity suffers from feelings of profound alienation. Individuals who are quite competent, even brilliant in their professional lives, will come to me complaining of an unrelentless source of loneliness or out of syncness, the origins of which are somewhat elusive. As I journey deeper with a particular client, it is often revealed that there is something highly unusual and uniquely wonderful about this person, some rare combination of qualities and interests that make for a very special gift. Along with this gift often comes much suffering, associated with feelings of invisibility at the deepest possible level, combined with a potent longing to truly be seen and affirmed. Shooting Star has proven itself an excellent remedy for the individual suffering in this way, perhaps because, like the starship-shaped flower, he or she seems to have zoomed into the Earth realm for some very special but not altogether obvious reason. This essence offers a potent reminder and a celebration of one's distant origins and unique perceptions and talents. For example, one client, Stephen, a very successful businessman, came to me feeling broken and vulnerable on the inside, although outwardly he appeared confident and self-assured. While accepted by his work associates, he felt completely alone in the world. He suffered from the sense that no one really knew him, that he could not reveal his true self to others. I prescribed Shooting Star for Steve, and it suggested that he spend some time every day writing a dialogue with himself in his journal. The proposed dialogue would be between his businessman persona on the one hand and his unique, so-called eccentric self on the other. My assumption was that as he continued to take the Shooting Star essence, the more submerged aspects of himself would begin to come to the fore, and furthermore, that this shift would be reflected in the dialogue he was having with himself. Sure enough, he reported back in 3 weeks, confirming that the use of Shooting Star had opened doors to his inner longing to be heard and seen, and that he carried within himself latent talents and gifts that he was afraid to acknowledge. He continued to take shooting star essence for 3 more weeks, and in the next time he came in, instead of wearing a suit and tie, he had on more casual attire and seemed at peace with himself. He had new ideas of how to make his work more interesting, but most of all, he was beginning to pursue interests that reflected his true self. 1 year later, although Steve is still an accomplished businessman, he has become very active in the theater arts and is pursuing his interests in acting. Another compelling story involves an unborn child. This is a personal testimony. During the first 5 months of my last pregnancy, I had increasing labor pains and pressure, and I was fearful that I would lose the baby. When I tested myself for essences, I found that I needed shooting star. As I sat in the stillness, asking the shooting star to help me understand why I needed this particular essence, I heard a very distinct voice from the baby I was carrying. The words were, "I am afraid to come to Earth. I have very special talents and gifts, and I do not think the Earth is ready for me. I want to go back home." I understood then that I needed to take the shooting star remedy for the unborn child to give her the strength and courage to incarnate and fulfill her destiny. Within 3 weeks, the contractions had stopped, and by my 7th month of pregnancy, I was confident that all was well. Indeed, all was well. Sophie was carried to term and delivered without any further complications. After the fact, Sophie's astrology birth chart helped me understand why she was reluctant to incarnate. I have much compassion for my double Aquarius daughter, who has many planets in Aquarius and was born during an exact Uranus-Neptune conjunction. Many children born with this configuration have highly sensitive nervous systems and have come to fulfill a very distinct mission in the new millennium. If you know of a child born between 1992 and 1995, he or she may be in need of the shooting star elixir. And if you're watching this, you may be in need of the shooting star elixir if this resonates with you. If you came to this earth and were fully conscious, or mostly conscious from the beginning, and felt that you were very alone here on this planet, and that you had a sense of longing to go back home for a long time, I definitely recommend looking into this and using kinesiology to test yourself if you need this star essence. I'm gonna get this today. I'm so incredibly elated to be the messenger of such amazing messages. And it's with the work that I'm doing lately, I'm studying Holy Fire Reiki, and I'm also studying Quantum Touch, and my energy is getting attuned to higher levels, and I also yesterday had a very spontaneous vision of just someone that I connected with on Instagram, and I don't want to go into detail about this person or their name, but I definitely felt a connection, and the visions that I had and the feelings were very strong, and this doesn't normally happen. And so I feel like there are a lot of us who are awakening to this. Being that I took such a large dose of psychedelics and spent, a month Earth time out of my body, which is a couple of years, it seemed like, on the other side, and reconnected with my, star roots and with the beings that have been with me and guiding me and protecting me throughout this lifetime. It's kind of scary to talk about these things because you're not sure how people are going to react and, or maybe try to throw you in the loony bin. But if any of this resonates with you, I'm here for you, and there are a lot of other people like you, and we're just now opening up to our new vibration so that we can reconnect with each other. So I'm really excited to see who this reaches, and if this resonates with you, please comment or reach out. I would definitely love to hear from you, fellow Starseeds. So many blessings, and thank you for being here. We appreciate you. You're loved.